Hello, everyone. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and here's what's happening in LA this week. Space, the final frontier. This is a voyage of the rocket boosters from the Space Shuttle Endeavour as they journey to the California Science Center. The engines that boosted the shuttle are now boosting the whole neighborhood.
4, 3, 2, 0, and liftoff for the final launch of Endeavour.
We are at the amazing Science Center here at Expo Park, our crown jewel of our museum and fitness and entertainment complex here in the city of Los Angeles, and we're celebrating the next phase in our Space Shuttle exhibit.
We're going to stand the shuttle on this launching pad so people can come in and actually see a shuttle in its natural state before it's launched. The 2 rocket boosters were moved today to begin the staging area so that we can begin to stage it and start to build it up.
It is so exciting to see Endeavour. We are thrilled to see yet the next installment of the Space Shuttle come through town.
As I watched it go down the street, as astronaut Doug Hurley was here, to see the children from the different schools just gravitate around all of this science, all of the technology. But most important, they loved the astronaut that was here.
This is about planting seeds. This is our future. And the excitement in those students today means that we're going to have real strong leaders and scientists who are going to grow this industry for tomorrow. So it was lovely to be out here today.
Most important, when all is finished, including the Lucas Museum, this will be the destination place for Los Angeles in the years to come.
An overgrown rail track has become a place to connect. It's a bike path, yes, but it's also an outdoor art gallery, a green space with landscaping, and more importantly, somewhere that people will want to experience and enjoy.
This area here was looking pretty bad, so
15 or 20 years ago, this area was nothing other than railroad tracks and dirt.
I walk this path at least once a week, if not twice. I think I noticed it over the summer being built, and I was kind of curious what it is, and it looks really cool now that it's all completed.
Today, Council President Krikorian opened this new physical fitness center and some landscaping activities and some walkways that connect the community to the south of the existing bike path to the bike path.
Now we have exercise equipment, we have lighting, we have mural art throughout the whole length of it, and we're connecting this segment with other segments stretching all the way from Burbank to Chatsworth, 20 miles of safe opportunity for bicyclists to cross the valley.
I think it'll bring people more to the bike path, and I love the planting they've been doing around here too, and the exercise stuff. It looks great, it looks clean, accessible.
North Hollywood is like a very centralized community. It's this middle area that we really want to focus on enhancing and beautifying all around.
you can come out and get your exercise in, and your day is done. You can do it in the morning, in the afternoon, and it's always good to work outside.
Just enjoy this new area that's really for our communities. I really also want to invite family members with small kids to just come in and walk it in the afternoon. That also brings the family closer together.
For more information on community projects, visit Los Angeles Public Works Department at dpw.lacity.gov. The U.S. Department of Energy has just awarded California $1.2 billion, which is being invested into a new hydrogen hub at the Port of Los Angeles. It will be one of the first in the country and puts the Port of LA closer to its clean energy goals.
We all know, I think everyone here knows, that we do not have to choose between a good economy, good jobs, and a clean environment. We can and we will do both.
We just had a press conference off of the announcement from the U.S. Department of Energy that California was awarded more than $1.2 billion in funding to create one of the nation's first hydrogen hubs.
This money will be given to the Port of LA to transition more trucks and cargo handling equipment to zero emissions and to LADWP as they convert one of their natural gas plants to a clean hydrogen plant.
The idea is to have a hydrogen generation, transmission, and electric generation so the port can work on 100% zero emission fuel.
The impacts from ports, emissions, trucks, and trains has been well documented for so long now. The concept is to produce, store, transport, and utilize the cleanest hydrogen available to us today. Our goal here at the ports of Los Angeles and Long Beach is to get to zero emissions on our port complex by the year 2030, and all the heavy-duty trucks are goaled out to be zero emissions by the year 2035.
We've done these over the decades. We've transitioned from different sources of fuel. This is yet another transition that we will go through, and we will make it successful.
Adding to the tree canopy is an equity issue in Los Angeles, and LA's Board of Public Works has a big goal to plant 18,000 trees throughout the city this year alone. We caught up with Public Works and volunteers in Council District 1 as they came together to plant and give away trees.
What a wonderful day for my district today. We're celebrating Latino Heritage Month with the Board of Public Works. We have tons of volunteers that are getting ready to plant 25 trees in the Westlake neighborhood. We are a district that is shade poor. We don't have enough trees. We don't have enough shade for our community members, especially in this neighborhood. So these 25 trees are going to make a big impact on uplifting the quality of life for our Westlake constituents.
Today we will be planting more than 20 trees just in this area, and we look forward to continuing doing this type of projects throughout the entire city, especially in areas that really need it, that are full of concrete, where we can really break tree wells and plant the trees. It's important because, as you know, and everybody here around me knows, that trees brings oxygen. Trees bring a healthy lifestyle to the community, and especially in areas that are dense. And so we're excited that we have now an inventory plan throughout the whole city, and we'll make sure that we plant more than 18,000 trees this year alone.
La importancia de plantar árboles. Estamos en unos tiempos donde el clima está cambiando, la temperatura está aumentando, entonces es importante seguir reinvirtiendo y plantando árboles para que nuestro medio ambiente tenga un mejor futuro, y no solamente nuestra generación, pero las generaciones que vienen detrás de nosotros. You can visit our website, cityplants.org, for more information. We've got trees we can deliver to your home. You can also visit one of our adoptions. Like today, we have a tree adoption where a lot of these trees need a home where to be planted and loved and cared for. And we just can't wait to bring you all these trees.
Today, these 25 trees are a legacy of the volunteers that are here today, many of them who are Westlake constituents. And so I think it's really important, as they're walking through their neighborhood, to have a sense of pride. And you know, next year or even a few months from now, when they walk past these trees, they're gonna know that they planted them, and they're gonna see the growth, which I hope also inspires them for change in their community.
At Rancho Park, LA's Department of Recreation and Parks is swinging into action and teeing off on some renovation work. The golf course is an important part of the Play LA initiative, and the renovation of the clubhouse will bring the space back to full use in the community.
We're here at the Rancho Park Golf Course Clubhouse for groundbreaking for a renovation of this amazing conceptual design with our partners at Enjoy Repeat Incorporated. You know, it's going to be a complete renovation for their clubhouse as well as a dining experience.
There will be an event space. We'll have a full-service restaurant, a bar component. We have a full catering event program. And we're just super excited about the ability to just complement this wonderful space. We get to provide over 100 living wage jobs to the citizens of Los Angeles. So something that's really important to us is being able to make sure, along with our success in business, that we're able to help other people.
Well, I think they're doing things, again, for the community. They want to bring back the day. In the 50s, 60s, 70s, they used to have weddings here every weekend. You know, I mean, that's what will be back. So there'll be weddings, there'll be parties, there'll be bar mitzvahs, there'll be, you know, the whole thing. And that's a big, big deal, because by bringing the community back to the golf course, you are opening up the opportunity for more people to know each other, more people to understand it's not just a guy's thing or you know, it's a family place.
As part of the department, this golf course is also part of our Play LA initiatives that includes golfing, and so we'll be able to use the clubhouse and the dining experience to encourage families to come and participate in our golf programs. And again, golf is you know, all ages. You know, you see you know, youth golfers all the way to our older adults that utilize these facilities. So it'll encourage them to come out and have all the nice amenities that they want at a golf location like this.
You know, I think it would have been a big shame not to keep this clubhouse. It's a special place. I'm very, very excited that they're doing the inside and, you know, sprucing up the outside, as opposed to just what we expect normally is get rid of it.
I believe now that working with the City of LA, through a public-private partnership, we're able to achieve the ultimate goal, which is to really restore the services that the citizens and the golfers at Rancho Park deserve. We're super excited about what the future holds and just really create memories for a lot of people. So this is special in a lot of ways, but the best is yet to come.
Celebrate Catrina culture at El Pueblo. The U.S. Secretary of Health and Human Services visits L.A., and Governor Newsom signs a new homelessness bill. These stories up next on City Beat.
Congresswoman Maxine Waters welcomed U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Javier Becerra to view facilities at Martin Luther King Jr. Community Hospital. The venue hosted a roundtable discussion with staff, patients, and new moms, focusing on federal efforts to improve maternal health and the healthcare workforce. In 2021, the maternal mortality rate for Black women was 2.6 times higher than that of white women, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Congresswoman Waters expressed concern that future Medicaid cuts from a Republican-led Congress would further impact Black and brown infants, particularly in Los Angeles. For more information on the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, visit hhs.gov. El Pueblo, the birthplace of Los Angeles, celebrated Catrina culture by hosting Siempre en Mi Corazón by Mexican-American artist Lily Martinez. Martinez, a former Mattel creative, exhibited a modern take on the Mexican Catrina with calavera makeup and ornate gowns on display at the Gateway to Nature Center. One of the costumes on display commemorated Laker legend Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna, who both died in 2020. Translated as Little Corpse, Catrina is one of the most recognized symbols of the Day of the Dead celebrations that originated in Mexico over a century ago. For more on Dia de los Muertos events, visit elpueblo.lacity.gov. Governor Gavin Newsom has signed a new homelessness bill, which was sponsored by LA Mayor Karen Bass and authored by Assemblymember Miguel Santiago. Assembly Bill 785 will help more people move inside by extending California Environmental Quality Act, CEQA, exemptions until 2030. CEQA exemptions apply to the city and unincorporated areas of LA County. Expanding these exemptions will enable more streamlining in the construction of affordable housing. According to Mayor Karen Bass, this will build on housing progress, which has seen more than 17,000 Angelenos come in off the streets during her administration. For further information, visit mayor.lacity.gov.
When life, death, and art combine, it must be the Olvera Street Muertos Artwalk. The event at El Pueblo brought 40 local artists together to share their creative work and remind us that life and death are very much interwoven.
Today, the Olvera Street Muertos Art Walk brought together over 40 local artists from the greater Los Angeles area, and they're all selling original work, whether it's clothing, jewelry, greeting cards, stickers, all kinds of great things.
It's an amazing show tonight. I love the Muertos Art Walk. I love that the community puts this event on and that we can attend this. This is so much a part of the history of the city, and everybody here has made so many beautiful handcrafted items that they brought. They have so much cultural information that they're happy to share, and I've really been enjoying it.
All day today we had various performances. We had folklorico groups, we had the Aztec dancers, Chipitotec, and then the final performance, as always, that we do every year is called Danza de la Muerte, and it's performed by Teatro del Barrio, and it's a beautiful play about Dia de los Muertos and the history and the traditions that we continue to celebrate today.
Y hoy venimos a abrirlo porque empezamos con la celebración el 25 de octubre al 2 de noviembre.
It's a beautiful history, it's a beautiful telling, it's a celebration of life. So I think that's the most important message from Danza de la Muerte, is that death isn't something to be scared of or to be sad about when somebody leaves this world, but rather we have the opportunity to celebrate their life. It was a great success. We started it 10 years ago to help support the traditional events here at Olvera Street, and so we're really grateful that we had all of these wonderful artists come back and join us, and we hope that more folks will come and join us next year.
For more on the Dia de los Muertos season at El Pueblo, visit elpueblo.lacity.gov. A new field office for Council District 10 has opened its doors at the Tom Bradley Youth and Family Center on Pico. To celebrate their new community base, Councilwoman Heather Hutt and her office held an open house to meet and greet the neighbors.
So we're here today at an open house in our new building on Pico Boulevard. We're right here between Cloverdale and Cochran, easy to find, on a walkable neighborhood, because we want to bring access to people in the 10th District. And so the open house lets everybody know to come on in and talk about your questions and concerns.
It seems like an open area, an open building. If you have any problems, it's not hard to get in. There's not a lot of gates. You just walk in and at the receptionist and just feel comfortable about coming here and grieving, or even saying something positive about the community or something that can help, and they will be open to hear you and listen to you.
We're always going to have issues in any community. My biggest concern is how resourceful and how ready and active they are to assist us. Just because being in office doesn't mean anything if you're not doing anything. So I appreciate the staff at this point. They've been very open, been very available, and I hope that continues. So I'm looking forward to that.
Our deputies are here so that they're able to say, yes, I can help you with your problem. I'm sorry the trash pickup didn't come. Sanitation is here. Street services are here so that you can talk about potholes and issues that you might have. Do I need my tree trimmed? All the common sense services that we can bring to the city. We're here to talk about it today.
Looking at the new facility, I think it's a plus that the district council is in our community, and we can walk up to her door, we can walk up the street and be able to communicate with her, because it's very well needed to help our community stay beautified.
This is about access, this is about equity, and this is about being able to really walk down the street to your neighborhood city council office.
City Attorney Hydee Feldstein Soto is making good on her election promise to set up a more community-based approach to qualifying legal issues. She spoke to us about the Community Law Corps and what she hopes it will be able to accomplish.
Community Law Court is a new unit within my office, comprised of lawyers, community resource specialists, and other legal professionals that sit at the intersection of City Hall, constituents, law enforcement, and city departments. It's a place where residents can go for help to really get assistance from the city with any of the issues they face. It's been in the works for a very long time. I talked about it a little bit on my campaign trail, which only then I called it the Neighborhood Law Corps. And what it really does is it takes the customer service function, the responsiveness to constituents and neighborhood councils and city council offices out of the criminal branch and puts it in my municipal branch, where we can be more responsive and we can engage further with the community to make sure that things are getting done. The kinds of things that we can really do something about: nuisance abatement, blighted properties, violations of the building code. The CLC is not really set up for mental health issues or for homeless encampments. That really goes much more through the county or through the mayor's office. My community law court does not represent individuals. So we can't help with legal representation for an individual tenant or for an individual circumstance, but we can certainly get you brochures, we can certainly get you to community resources, to public counsel, to other people who specialize in helping folks in need. The point of this unit is to render services to the people who live here, and so we want to be responsive. You should be getting an answer to every inquiry you make, and we want to solve the problem. We have a really good phone number for you. It's 213-978-7878, or you can visit my website at cityattorney.lacity.gov, and any one of those ways will get you to the CLC.
In this week's feature story, our Maria Hull Brown sat down with Robert Luna, the 34th Sheriff of Los Angeles County. He spoke about why he decided to run for sheriff and the challenges and rewards of his chosen career.
When my friends played cops and robbers, I always chose to be the cop.
Well, what do you do after retiring from running the second largest police department in LA County? How about running the largest sheriff's department in the United States? I am delighted to be joined today by Sheriff Robert Luna. So nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
I state your name.
I, Robert Luna.
What prompted your decision to retire from Long Beach PD, but then take that precious retirement time and run for LA Sheriff?
When I was concluding my career, looking at some of the challenges that I saw from the outside at the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, great men and women, but I just felt they had some leadership challenges, and I wanted to step up to the plate. You don't complain about something unless you want to do something about it, and I felt that I could take this department where it needed to go, and that's the next level.
I want to thank the voters of Los Angeles County for electing me as the 34th Sheriff and entrusting me with a very clear mandate to bring new leadership and accountability to our Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department.
One of my priorities is to make sure that our employees have the best training available to them as possible. Right now, we don't. We're deficient in some of those areas. So I'm going to be working with our Board of Supervisors and identifying all of our training needs. We have to be able to go out and look for opportunities of how other people are training best practices and bring them here to the Sheriff's Department.
I'm going to bring up something that may or may not be something that's fun to talk about or easy to talk about with this whole smash and grab thing. I think people are surprised that there is no punishment for these crimes that seem to actually hurt people, but it's nothing that law enforcement can really do anything about because the law sits in a particular realm.
Well, there needs to be accountability. When you look at criminal justice reform, I understand there needs to be a balance with over-incarceration and things of that nature, which I deal with now as the sheriff.
Sure.
When you're dealing with issues of like zero bail, If you don't commit a serious or violent crime, you may be cited and released, booked and released. That is something our community is going to have to deal with. But at the end of the day, we have to look at the crime rate. We have to look at the perception of fear. And right now, a lot of people don't believe we're safe. But yet our crime stats show that crime is down. So it is our job not to scare people, but to educate people.
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't actually talk about what you need in terms of recruiting. I imagine that you probably are looking for great candidates that want to be a part of the team.
We are. And I want to start off by saying that it is one of the most rewarding careers anybody could ever have. Okay. It's a family, greatest job in the world. We are a little short-handed right now. Our employees are working their tails off. But I invite you to visit lasd.org/careers. Come and serve the community. Come and make a difference. We're waiting for you.
In this week's Things to Do, enjoy the Dia de los Muertos festivities over 9 days at El Pueblo. Catch the Central Library's Dia de Muertos family celebration and be very afraid of the Lincoln Heights Halloween Fright Night. All this up next on Things to Do.
Olvera Street will be home to 9 days of Dia de los Muertos celebrations at El Pueblo. It's a time to remember and honor loved ones who have left us and to celebrate life. Join these culturally rich events with theatrical performances, vibrant community altars, face painting, a nightly procession, and much more. This is a chance to experience the combination of ancient traditions with modern-day interpretations. Dia de los Muertos at El Pueblo is a free and family-friendly event that will take place along Olvera Street each day from Wednesday, October 25th until Thursday, November 2nd. For more information about the program, visit olveraevents.com. Day of the Dead festivities continue at the Dia de Muertos family celebration at the Los Angeles Central Library. Experience storytelling, music, and art at this fun event for the entire family. Make flower crowns and decorate sugar skulls and skeletons at the celebration of life that reunites the living and the dead. Take a photo with La Catrina and take home a memento of the event. The Dia de Muertos family celebration is on Sunday, October 29th from 2 p.m. at the Los Angeles Central Library. Check out the details at lapl.org/dia-de-muertos. LA's Rec and Parks and Cultural Affairs departments invite you to the inaugural Lincoln Heights Halloween Fright Night, a free event which is sure to have you screaming. This fun, spooky, and haunted evening has something for everyone, including food, music, games, and a costume contest. There's even a scary thrill at the Haunted Maze, where ghouls and ghosts will open the door to another world. The Lincoln Heights Halloween Fright Night is Saturday, October 28th from 4:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at the Lincoln Heights Youth Center Complex. For more information, visit culturela.org/events. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this edition. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. You can watch us online anytime at lacityview.org, and we're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.